welcome back to the channel. We're here with another summoning session, this time for Legendary Shida. And to be honest, my goal is a bit different today. My goal is actually to get Legendary FEH. I really want some more chickens because that chicken fodder is amazing, and I need some more distance stance for some of my units. So let's go ahead and jump right in, and then we can start talking about Shida, A Hero Rises, and a bit of the other things going on in FEH right now. Let's jump in. No blues. Okay, lovely. What do we even want to do here? Let's just grab the colorless and dip, I think. See if we can get like a Senate leg yard. I don't know. There's not really much to get from this banner other than that. I feel like all the other colors aren't that amazing, and I think that's one of the things with this banner is I think this is actually an easy skip a banner in most situations, especially with the Hero Rises coming up. So like for this one, right, we have like colorless. The colorless pool is not looking that great. Ascent Leon's good, obviously, so is Corn, but nothing too amazing. Triandra, Edelgard, Astrid, And then same with the red. Unfortunately, Soth is there to ruin the red, so not that great. Blue is obviously looking pretty good, though. So let's start with the Hero Rises, I guess. A Hero Rises, we have just got past the first round as of this recording, and I was on Byleth's team. We were actually able to beat Legendary Sigurd, which was, it was a nail biter. It was really close. We were in same hell. Oh my god, not. Okay, I was not expecting that. Cool. That is the unit I want least from blue, but I will always be happy to take a knot. I think this is my second knot. Minus speed. So I think I can actually make some disgusting teams now. That's cool. Do we want to go for orb efficiency? Not really, right? I don't really want to. Yeah, let's keep going blues for now. Might take a few more orbs, obviously. Especially when you're only getting one blue per circle. But anyway, so Byleth was just barely able to beat out Legendary Sigurd, which was amazing. And somehow, I don't know how, Azura was able to beat Fallen Edelgard, even though Fallen Edelgard had the 12 times multiplier in the last hour. Just absolutely insane, so cool. I thought it was for sure over at that point, and I was just done. I already resigned myself, like, there goes the dream, green banner, and instead it somehow pulled it out. So our banner is going to be Duo Corin, Harmonic Azura, Byleth, Legendary Byleth, and Thor. Very, very, very solid banner. You get to have an Astra Mythic on there. You get to have a Water Legendary, one Harmonic unit, which is honestly not the best. Not because the unit is bad, obviously. Harmonic Azura is amazing. But for scoring, she doesn't really help much, right? Like having merges on Harmonic Azura does not really help you all that much compared to everything else. So that's kind of the only bad thing, but there was no way for, it was either her or Edelgard. I'd much rather have her. And then we had, Duo Corin. So overall, this banner can literally start an account. Like this banner is going to be insane. This might be the best banner we've ever received in Fire Emblem Heroes. And so if you are free to play, I definitely recommend skipping this banner I am currently summoning on and summoning on that Hero Rises banner that will be coming in, I think, like three-ish weeks. I don't even know. I guess I'll do green, because what if I get Astrid? I don't have Astrid, and that could help my Path of Radiance collection. That'd be cool. And she actually can do some unique stuff, so that'd be cool. I'll take her. I don't really want Edelgard, though. That's what I'm scared of. I don't really need any more Legendary Edelgards. Anyway, so yeah, that banner, it has insane rates. Elder V has done the math, so definitely go check out Elder V's Twitter if you want to see the exact breakdown. But it's on average something like 25 to 29 orbs per 5-star, which is just insanely bonkers good, right? Now, obviously, you're not going to be getting the exact units you want, right? There are 4 units color sharing. But along the way of getting that unit, you're going to get a lot of 5-stars. And if you invest enough orbs, you can easily come out of this banner with multiple plus 10s. And if those plus 10s happen to be like pretty much not Azura, which sounds bad, but you really don't need more than one Azura, to be honest, maybe 2. If you want to like run them on different seasons, or if you want to do some whale shenanigans, which I'll talk about in a second. Anyways, getting like Legendary Byleth to plus 10 gives you a Water Core for Arena, which is amazing. Plus 10 Thor gives you Astra Core, which is amazing, and that also will cause some Astra inflation, which is not too surprising considering we got Plumeria on the new Hero Fest banner. So between Plumeria and the Thor, Astra scores are going to inflate super hard. So that's definitely something to look out for. And then also, obviously, duo Corrin, even though she is not duo Dagger, who I actually wanted to win more, just because she scores for 200 for arena scoring purposes. And also, she's really good in Summoner's Duels. So, Azura scores 195. So that's still very, very solid, obviously. So definitely a good pickup if you can get to plus 10. So I'm excited to see where this goes. I expect either Corrin or Azura to win, probably. If Byleth wins, I think people will be pretty mad, but I won't be. I'll be pretty happy. If Thor wins, I'll be really happy. I think Thor is the person I want to win the most. Getting more copies of Thor is amazing. She's just an amazing unit. She's so cool, and she makes Gale Force so much more fun. But going from there, let's actually talk about this banner. Overall, I think this banner is like one of the weakest legendary banners we've had in quite a while, in my opinion. Blue is pretty good, I'll give you that, but like, even then, I don't think it's worth summoning on unless you have a Spark like I do, because I have FEH Pass. That's the only reason why I'm summoning on this, is because I can guarantee get at least one legendary FEH for Distance Stance. And even if FEH wasn't here, I'd probably still do it just to like the one Regan merge that's guaranteed. Because like spending, if you focus down, do full circles, it's like 130, 150 orbs, something like that. So it's usually worth if you can spark a mythic or legendary. I'm over here trying to snipe. It's not going, I mean, not, so it's not going too bad. Let's talk about Shida a bit. So I think Shida is a very interesting case because she may be one of the weaker legendaries we've received in quite a while. And I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Like, she's balanced, if anything. I don't think she's like as bad as like Legendary Seliph was on release, but she definitely doesn't have everything working for her like you would hope. So let's talk about her stat line. Let's talk about her stat line first. So she has 39 HP, 38 attack, which is actually high for Shida. Most Shida alts are not very high attack. I think they're like around like 31 to 33 attack. And when you're running, when your niche is like Vantage strats, you really don't want your attack to be that low. Attack is definitely the most important stat when it comes to Vantage. So I'm glad that they actually gave her a boost there. Unfortunately, it is not a super boon, so that kind of sucks. But it's still way better. 38 base attack, still pretty solid, which is insane to say considering 38 attack used to be massive. Now it's like, what's the highest attack? Like 42 or 43. It's ridiculous. Anyway, she has 43 speed with a super boon, so she can get pretty fast. 47 speed right off the bat. Super solid. 27 defense, 31 resistance. Pretty normal for Shida. She tends to have higher resistance than defense. But the real meat of her is in her kit. So we have Wing Lifted Spear. And Wing Lifted Spear grants +3 attack, which is very good for her. Even though the cooldown reduction might have been better still. I'm not really sure. I'd have to do the math. But attack is always nice. And then she has effective against armored and cavalry. Good. But I was kind of hoping she would be more like... That's the wrong FEH. I was hoping she would be more like her younger self, where she had like effective against everything. I think that would have been a lot stronger, obviously. And considering her niche, I think, oh my gosh, this game. Let's do red. Let's see if we can get a Regan. So I don't know, like having only 2 effective against in your weapon is usually amazing, but for Shida, I feel like she needs more than that in order to actually kill things. So next, let's talk about her stat bonuses. So if she initiates combat, or if she's within an ally of 2, or if she has an ally within 2 spaces, she gets +5 to all stats. And then she also gets the Binding Necklace effect from Freya, where essentially she steals buffs, right? So like if they have +6 attack, she'll get the +6 attack, and then they'll get a debuff actually. So they get -6 attack. So it means that like running buffs against her is very, very, very bad. And then lastly, she has Canto 2, which is very important. Very, very, very important. So overall, this weapon is pretty decent, I'd say, but there are some bad things I don't like about it. First of all, I really don't like the having an ally within 2 spaces as one of the clauses, right? Because what that means is that when you're doing the Vantage sweep, like you usually will go in, you'll kill someone, right? Luckily, she has Canto 2, so she can back out a bit. But even then, you need to have someone within 2 spaces to gain the extra stats and the effect of stealing buffs. And that's very, very bad in my opinion. Because ideally, you want to go in hard. You want to go in, you want to snipe the one person who's going to cause Shida problems in enemy phase. And then you're going to just sit there and Vantage, right? That's the idea. Especially in Summoner Duels like Ranked or Summoner Duels S. Like, you definitely want to be able to do that. And because of this condition of having to have an ally within 2 spaces, she can't. And I think that's just really bad. I think that's like a really big downside. It's the reason why I don't think Brave Marth is very good, to be honest. It's because of that, because he needs the ally within 2 spaces. It's like really a big downside in my opinion, and it's one of the major weaknesses of her weapon. Luckily, she does have Canto, so it's not like completely impossible, right? You can go in and snipe and then get back within 2 spaces. It's definitely not like the end of the world or anything. She's definitely going to be usable. I just wish that that wasn't the case. I don't know what they could have done. They could have done an HP clause, like 25% HP, because the thing about her Vantage is that it's not based off HP like other Vantages. Oh, there's Triandra. Okay, I'll take Triandra. Why not? It's better than Edelgard. I kind of would have rather had Astrid, if I'm being completely honest. Just to, plus speed. Just to fill in my Path of Radiance Pokedex, essentially. Anyways, so yeah, I don't like that the most about her weapon. I kind of wish that they would have not done that, and they would have given her a different clause of some effect, so that she could have kept those stats in that effect for her Vantage sweeping. Next, she has Distant Storm, which is a new version of Distant Counter. It's essentially like +5 to attack, but you get recoil damage afterwards. And I honestly don't think that's too bad. Do I want to do any of these colors? Oh my gosh, I don't know. I'm like just burning orbs. So I actually think this is pretty solid on her, because attack is the one thing she really wants. So being able to get +5 attack in both phases is actually really solid, really good. This is like one of the few times I don't mind the recoil damage on a distant counter skill, or even a close counter skill, right? So I think that's actually pretty solid. And then we have our preference B skill, Faithful Loyalty. And this is a very interesting skill. It essentially has an effect similar to Legendary Claude's, where like after you attack, you get a passive effect applied to the character, right? But unlike Claude, where it's damage reduction, which is stupidly broken and annoying, you get Vantage. So it's kind of like Legendary Altina's Duo skill, where it will just grant you Vantage until your next turn, which is pretty solid, I have to admit. The problem I have with it is kind of how it works. So essentially, if an armored or cavalry foe attacks you, they initiate combat, you will get Vantage no matter what, right? You will just get Vantage, which is cool. I like the concept, right? Because that's who she has effective damage against. The problem being is that she could probably kill a lot of cabs, but which armor is she going to be killing? Even with armor effectiveness, she's going to struggle to kill. Like, even with a massive attack stat, you're probably going to be able to kill like red armors, like I don't know, like Black Knight or like Halloween Mer maybe, or something like that. But you're not killing Brave Hector. He doesn't have armor weakness. You're not killing Ascended Adune. She has no armor weakness. You're not killing green armor units probably. Like, good job, good try trying to kill like Valentine Gustav, or like even maybe Valentine's Lucina. I'm not sure. But I just don't see her killing many green units. Even though she does stack a lot of attack on her kit, armor units are just so bulky nowadays. It's really hard to one-shot them. Like, it's extremely hard. Especially if you're aiming at their defense, which tends to be their higher like stat, right? Between defense and resistance, that's usually their higher stat. So I'm not too big on that. Next, she gets half of NFU. So she gets, essentially, she has NFU that anything that stops her from getting her follow-up attacks doesn't work. Very solid, very good. The thing is, she needs to be able to live, right? In order to get that second hit, she has to live long enough to actually hit it. So while that is good, it's not like super ultra amazing. I feel like they could just gave her all of NFU, to be honest, and it probably would have helped. Not sure how much it would have helped, but why not just give her all NFU? And then lastly, you get that Vantage effect. So I see her, she can be used in arena for sure, obviously. She's going to be able to go in. She's going to be able to kill something, and then maybe Vantage kill some of the other things. And if not, you can kind of Canto out. So she's going to definitely be good there. No problem. But I think the place she'll probably be best is Summoner Duels. If you don't have the proper units set up, Vantage units definitely can sweep your whole team. Like, they can just destroy your team. That's why you want, like, fire sweep effects. You want, like, maybe even like a Wrathful Dazzling effect, right? Or something like that. So that way you can for sure kill them. Or run Hardy Bearing, I guess. That's always an option as well. I tend not to do that one. But so if Shida can go in and kill that unit, I guess, the unit using Hardy Bearing or like the Wrathful Dazzle, whatever, then she can kind of Vantage sweep the enemy team. But I don't know if she has enough power. That's my biggest problem. Is I don't know if she'll have enough power to do it. She could probably do it in like ether raids where you could like stack a billion jillion attack on her with mythics. But for something like summoner duels, I'm not so sure. Or even arena, like I think she might struggle a bit. And yeah, I think she might struggle a bit. And the reason why I think that Vantage does work in those game modes, like who's the premier Vantage sweeper in summoner duels? It's Valentia Pala, right? And the reason why she does that is because she has adaptive damage and a brave weapon. So she can like go in, if someone attacks into her Vantage, she's hitting them twice on their lower stat, right? She's going to hit them hard. Shida does not have that advantage. Shida gets to hit them once. She gets to hit them probably pretty hard, but she doesn't have adaptive damage. She doesn't have a brave hit, and she doesn't have her special. So if I would have made this Shida, the thing I would have done is had some kind of special acceleration built into her kit. So that way she could have had her special up on every engagement. Someone engages into her, she special smacks them in the face, right? I think that would have been a lot more effective. It would have made her a lot more scary and made her a much more powerful unit. As she is, I think she's good. Don't get me wrong. I think she's a solid unit. She's very fair, which is unusual because typically they are trying to make not fair units, right? They're trying to push power creep to get you to summon. So it's kind of weird to see this for her. I just think they could have done a little bit more, given her a little bit more power so that she could have been on, you know, that same level as some of the other legendaries we've gotten lately, like Atri, like Thor. I guess Thor's a mythic. Like Atri, Claude. You know, I mean, like some of the recent legendaries we've gotten have been really strong. Okay, we're at Spark. We have not gotten Shida or Faye, unfortunately. But we do get 3 blues here. Let's see if we can break the pity. What do we get? We got 1 knot and a Triandra, right? It's not terrible. I would have loved to get a Faye, though. Or a Shida. That way I could get the other one with my Spark. But it doesn't look like that's going to be the case, probably. Ferdinand. Anyways, yeah. So I think she's, I don't know. I'm not too worried about her. I don't think a lot of people are going to summon for her. You probably won't see much of her. She does have that interesting, she has plus speed and the pair up in her legendary effect, which is cool. I was waiting for it to happen. I knew it would come back eventually. It does kind of completely power creep old legendaries, which is sad. Because now they don't have any really advantage, right? Before, at least they had the stat advantage, and then the new ones had pair up, but now it's just like, okay, they don't even get that. So I expected that. I actually expected it to happen much sooner, and it didn't. We are at 9%. I kind of want to break my pity, but it's like such a dumb idea. I hate pity. Pity is such a smart system from like a game developer standpoint, because it just makes players want to keep summoning. Ooh. I like Tanith. I'll take a merge. Do we keep going? The problem is blue's also the worst color to summon on. So we're going to grab Faye. As much as Shida is cool and new, I really want Distant Stance. Okay, go ahead and grab Faye. I've got... How many Fays have I gotten? And I've just killed like all of them. It's so bad. She just has such good fodder. Like, Distant Stance is super good. And then... Technically, Dragon's Ire, or is it Dragon's Wrath? Is super good as well. It's kind of sad that, yeah, Dragon's Ire, that I haven't been using this when I inherit. I've been just grabbing Distant Stance and then like the Defense Res Menace, which is I'm never going to use, to be honest. Do we keep going? I feel like we shouldn't. I feel like it's a bad idea. I really hate having pity though. 9.5. Okay, here we go. Don't do this. Do not follow my example. It's a very bad example to set. Spend it just a little bit. We're spending like 50 orbs. See if we can grab. Hopefully we just grab something and leave. I don't even care what it is, to be honest. I just want like... Okay, there we go. Cool. We're done. It's not Shida, unfortunately. It's unfortunately not decided to come home a whole bunch of times when I really didn't want her to. But that's fine. We're going to take that and leave. Cool. Okay. Cool. We're done. Oh, we should... So this is my Celestial Stone shop. And as you can see, I only have 5 more exchanges for infantry flowers. Now 4. So that's where all my stones go. Anyways, we're done. Okay. If you enjoyed the video, please drop a like and subscribe. Also drop a comment telling me what you are summoning for. Are you going to summon on this banner? Is there a reason why? Are you a giant Shida fan? Do you need some Distant Stance from that chicken fodder? or are you going to be saving for a Hero Rises? Because that banner is set. It is set. I'm so excited. It's going to be an amazing banner. It's definitely going to be an account maker. So if you have like a new account, or if you are free to play, this is your chance to get into the competitive rankings with just, you know, by spending a lot of orbs, essentially. I'm not going to tell you like 200 orbs isn't going to get you there. You're going to need to spend like at least 1,000 probably to get some serious progression on your account. But this is definitely one of the best banners we've ever had. Probably the best since like Surtur and Yulgur, which sounds weird, but back then that was just like amazing rates, right? 2-person banner, amazing rates. And this has better rates than that banner. So definitely save if you are looking forward to that. I'll catch everyone later for more Fire Emblem Heroes. See you then. Bye.